Here's some toys from my 1960s case. Very early on, I became aware when I was buying toys with pocket money how the theme of what I call toilet humour was always present in these little joke shops. So I've got two here that show and another two from much more modern times. This is very well made. I mean, look at the quality of it and what they've done with it. It's called Bubbling Boy. He's having a little pee. Well, it's in the focus. Cheerful little face, isn't it? Little box from what, 60 years ago this was. What you do is you hold him up to the thing. Now I've got to move my hand and gently, steady, hold it there. Oops. And he bubbles. Well, that's because I'm holding at the back a little fire which contains the alcohol. It's a little bit of alcohol which goes back and forward depending on where you put the heat, which expands the air and makes it bubble like that. Little bubbling boy. Extraordinary amount of effort and gone into something as inexpensive as that would have been, pocket money toy in the shops. I think it's really quite remarkable. I'll bring it up to reverse it. All I'm doing is putting my hand on it to warm the glass bulb, and then I'm warming the bulb here to make it actually do its little performance in the pot. Here it goes. I'll put a little more heat in it. My hands are cooling off, I think. Just bubble. So that's one of them. The other one is a very sweet little bit of nonsense. I had to put it on I'll show it to camera first to show the item in detail. Someone sitting on a pot like that. There's the pot he's sitting on. There. Oops. So when you put him on a table like this, and you ask someone, you take the pot off like that, and you ask someone to have a go themselves, but you secretly turn it upside down, of course, and then no chance at all, no chance. There's magnets there pushing it away. You have to turn the pot the other way, and then it sits on it. So it's a simple magnetism thing with that way. Now there are similar poles, so it's bound to fall off. What a clever idea that is, isn't it? Using magnetism to make it perform. But there we are. That's how it starts. So those are very old ones. Those both are about 60 years old. Here's some much more modern stuff. This one I bought in Hong Kong. It's a Japanese toy. So it's a ballpoint pen. There's the ballpoint coming out. But the top of it has got a little boy having a little pee. There we are. And his head moves with this one. That's what I like about it, the way the head shakes. There's a tiny bit of nylon comes out, which is supposed to be a pee, but look at the way the head wiggles. I love that moving of the head. Boom. He does a little shake as you go. Extraordinary idea, isn't it? Very neatly done. And the last one is just a bit of paper which you can very easily make your own copy of. There's the original version I came across, but in fact what you have to do with this is you have to cut out that middle bit of paper there. I've just cut it through and made it flat like that. So you ask once you've cut that bit of paper out how to make the little man sit properly on the pot. He's sort of raised above it at the moment. And there's a little version which is made of carbon, more coloured. In both cases, the answer, do you know it? It's a very clever one. You just do that. I'll show you what I mean. There he is, pissing on the pot. It's better in colour, so I'll do it with the colour. You show that to people. You're not allowed to fold the card. You're not allowed to do anything with the card, like tearing it or creeping it. And I'll see if I can get it back into focus. Put your fingers behind it together like that to form the bottom cheeks. Oh, what a clever idea that is. Very, very neat. So I've made an awful lot of those to hand out to people, for a bit of fun and put them in the envelope. But don't give the solution. Let people work it out themselves.